I think poetry is language brought to life, and stories, condensed stories that just live and breathe. Well, to me, Poetry Out Loud is one of the most exciting things we do at Judge. I look forward to it every year. And part of it is I love poetry. I like old poetry, I like new poetry.
My plans this year are to make sure that everybody memorizes a poem and then learns to love their poem. And then, you know, that we can actually perform it well.
No, I don't think there are any negative effects with Poetry Out Loud. Because I know a lot of people are just like, oh, like, I have to memorize a poem. Like, this is so dumb. Like, stick it to the man.
I plan to, of course, recite a poem. I'm going to read over the poem quite a bit and find a way I can connect with it, like at both like a personal level and like a social level, and see how I can relate it to everyone in the audience.
I mean, like, some tips I have for people is to not procrastinate and memorize it the night before, because I have definitely done that before and it does not help.
The biggest tip is the choice of the poem. You've got to choose a poem that somehow touches you, that you connect with. And if you can do that, if you can then understand it, understand every word in it, if it touches you, then you can learn it.
I think it's going to be a bit competitive this year, since last year there were a good amount of returning Judge students. So I'm thinking it's going to be competitive, but I don't know. I think it's going to be really cool too.
I am the people, the mob, the crowd, the mass. Do you know that all the great work of the world is done through me?
I take the snap from the center. Fakes right, fade back. I've got protection. I've got a receiver open downfield. What the heck is this? This isn't a football, it's a shoe. A man's brown leather Oxford.
I'm not resigned to the shutting away of loving hearts on the hard ground. So it is, and so it will be, for so it has been. Time out of mind. Into the darkness they go, the wise and the lovely, crowned with lilies and with laurel they go. But I am not resigned.
And can their glory fade? Oh, the wild charge they made. Honor the shizzle.
I'm kind of nervous for it, but, you know, excited. I'm really excited to see like the other people's poems. Like Paco's is pretty good, so I can't wait to see him perform again. And I haven't seen Connor McCoy or a lot of the other kids who are going on, so I'm really interested to see that. I chose my poem because I saw it had like French in the title, and I love the French language, so it kind of intrigued me. And it was like a pre-20th century poem, which I really like. I like those kind of older poems, and I just started reading it, and it was just like, yeah, I think I could really do well with this poem.
I'm pretty excited for the next round of Poetry Out Loud. I've been working pretty hard to recite my poem, and memorizing it has been it's going pretty well. So I don't know, it relates to me. My parents, when they were younger, they worked in the fields, and my poem talks about working in the fields. It's like a poet at 17. So I kind of put myself in my parents' shoes.
Yeah, I had no idea that I would make it to the next round, so it's really exciting. I really like the message that's conveyed in it. There's like a line, "We are the echo of the future." I just thought that was a really cool idea, and I thought it was really interesting.
Modern as the iPod. I speak in Xochitl, Floricanto, hip-hop, poetry, and spoken word. All manifestations of our rich oral traditions.
Warriors, death pale were they all. They cried, "La belle dame, sans merci," the half in thrall.
Vines must have seemed like cages to the Mexicans who were paid 7 cents a tray for the grapes they picked.
We are the echo of the future.
Play the one about the family of the ducks, where the ducks go down into the river and one of them thinks the water will be cold.
I wave like a man catching fire. All the deep-dyed window panes flash.
La oración as it leaves the lips, the tug from sleep, the glide into dreams.
It is tomorrow I want to look back on, not today. Tomorrow I start to be happy. Today is almost yesterday.
A second look, and the bleeding lambs were birds. Kittiwakes nesting, clustered on a cliff face, fixing on me their dark, accusing eyes.
I picked all three poems for a purpose. The first poem that I picked is going to be the poem I performed last. That's The Hospital Window by James L. Dickey. It's the first one I performed. That one has a special place for me because it's about a man who's leaving a hospital where his dad's dying, and it's my life story. My dad died 5 years ago, and so this poem really connected with me in that I understood those emotions and I felt that I could express those emotions because I've felt them in real life. So I really connected with that poem. The second poem I chose was Tomorrow by Dennis O'Driscoll. And that poem, I wanted to have a message of hope, have a message of happiness. And I mean, the third poem I chose is A March in the Ranks, Hard Pressed in the Road Unknown by Walt Whitman. I wanted a poem that was classical, that was written by somebody that people are aware of. Walt Whitman's a very famous name, and it's very different from Walt Whitman's most of his poems. It's a poem about wartime. It also references a hospital, which works well with The Hospital Window, and I feel that I will be able to take a lot of emotion out of that too, that hopefully the judges at State will like. Yeah, Connor's a good friend of mine. We had a little bit of a rivalry between us going on during it. I thought he did really well. He's actually been a mentor through all of my performing career, if you would call it. He's inspired me to love the arts, to find and to not just write poetry, because I enjoy writing poetry, but to be able to recite it and enjoy it with the same passion that I write with poetry. So Connor has actually played quite the integral role in my move up in the Poetry Out Loud world. So it's been a really crazy year, but I'm enjoying every minute of it. Entertaining is what I always have wanted to do, because my goal is to just bring happiness. When I didn't win, I was all right. I was excited. I wanted to win. I like the people who came up and said, look, you were great. You did a great job. I really liked your diction and your deep voice and your alliteration. And so that was really nice to get that kind of support from the audience members. The winner from last year, who also won third place nationally, came up to me and told me how much he liked my diction and my choice of pausing and choice of poems. So that was really humbling to get that from the person who went almost all the way. I really enjoyed the whole experience, just the opportunity to memorize those poems and perform.